ladies, I just wanted to share with you how I apply my Jamberry nail wraps. So what I'm going to do first is the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you have all your tools that you will need ready. So I have an orange stick, I have a rubber cuticle pusher, I have a fingernail file, some nail scissors, but you can use any scissors, and then I have a alcohol prep wipe, and then of course my nail wraps. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to push back my cuticles. I'm actually going to do that with my rubber cuticle pusher. So I'm just going to push it back till it's off this nail. And then if you need to, sometimes you have an invisible cuticle that's kind of hard to see, so you can take the orange stick and just kind of scrape off any extra cuticle, because the nail wraps do not like to stick to your cuticles and won't. So if you find that after you've put your nail wraps on, they're starting to lift down by the cuticle, it's probably because it was applied to or near that cuticle too closely. So then after you have pushed back your cuticles, then go ahead and take your nail prep wipe and clean it off. If you have really oily nail beds, you may want to use some Dawn dish soap or a grease cutting soap and wash your hands with that first, and then use a nail prep wipe or an alcohol wipe to get rid of all the extra oils on your nails. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your sheet of nail wraps, and what's fabulous about the Jamberry nail wraps is they are on a clear backing page. So to find the correct size, you can take and put that nail wrap and kind of curl it over the top of your finger to see which one's going to be best. You want to err on the side of it being too small rather than too big, because if it sticks to your skin, it will peel up and it will not stick like you want it to. So okay, so I found the size that I need. So I'm going to take and I'm going to cut that wrap in half, and then I'm going to take my orange stick and peel it off there. You do not want to touch the back of the nail wrap with your fingers, because the oils will not let it stick to your nail. And then I also have my Jamberry mini heater here. You do not need a mini heater by any means to be able to apply your nail wraps, but you do need some kind of a heat source, so a blow dryer is really nice. What I love about my mini heater is that it is quiet. It's not like the loud sound of a blow dryer. I can leave it on and leave it running instead of having to turn it on and turn it off. It's got it's hard to see it on the video, but if you kind of look there, it's got a velvet tip. So it's not just sheer metal. So if you have little ones at home or are applying to little fingers, if they have to touch that, it will be warm, but it won't be hot and they will not be able to burn themselves. So that's what I love about our mini heater. So the first thing that I'm going to do now that I have my nail wrap on my orange stick is I'm just going to stick it on my nail, position it there, kind of sort of tamp it down just a little bit, and then I'm going to take and put it in front of the mini heater for about 3 to 5 seconds or so, just until you can start to feel it get warm. Then I'm going to press down in the middle first and then on the sides. Shoot it with another shot of heat, and then I'm going to give that nail wrap a little bit of a tug. Heat will expand things, and that goes along with these nail wraps, so they will expand. So you want to kind of give that a little tug to make sure that it is pulled completely down over your nail. And then one more shot of heat, one more press and seal. And then you're going to want to wait for that nail wrap to cool down before you trim it off. So you can see I've got it attached there to my nail. I'm going to wait for that to cool down, because as heat makes things expand, as things cool down, then they contract and come back. So I want to wait for that to be cool, because if I just go ahead and snip it off right when it's still warm, I can have it can come back away from the edge, and it won't look very clean. I'll be able to see the tips of my nails. So then I'm going to take, and you can take a fingernail clipper or whatever you would like, but I'm going to take and I'm going to just trim that off of my nail right there. And then I'm gonna take a fingernail file and I'm going to, at a straight down motion only, I'm going to take and file the edge of my nail. And you can see like little piece of the nail wrap coming off. That is supposed to happen. And voila. So I've got my nail wrap applied to my nail. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to show you one more. So again, I'm going to find the right size wrap for my nail. Then once I've found the right size, I'm going to go ahead and clip that nail wrap in half. I leave it on the backing and just kind of peel it up in the center there. And since I've already pushed back my cuticles, it's all prepped and ready to go, so all I have to do is just set it down on my nail. Make sure that I feel like it's in the right spot. If you do get it in a place where you're not satisfied, you can take and pull it up since it's not heated down yet. And you can reposition it until you are happy with it. Okay, then you take your heat source, you get it warmed up. About 3 to 5 seconds is all it really takes. There's just a little bit more there. Press down in the center first, then off onto the sides. Give it another shot of heat. Press and give that wrap a little bit of a tug. One more shot of heat there. Another press and seal. Wait for that wrap to cool down. And then go ahead and trim. And then a straight 90-degree angle, straight down until a little bit of that extra comes off. And that's all there is to it. So now I've got 2 nails done. What's so great about our nail wraps is when you err on the side of it being small, I'm going to kind of try to see if you can see this. There's a little bit of a gap between the edge of my nail and the my finger there and where the wrap starts. Nobody is going to notice that when you have that on, because all they're going to be able to see is how awesome it looks and how beautiful it is. And you will have that on every wrap that you have. And I'm not sure if you can see that or not either, but you can see just a little bit of the nail still showing there. But again, nobody's going to see that. All they're going to see is how awesome and cute they are. So take these tips and use them to apply your Jamberry nail wraps, and ask me if you have any questions. Thanks, ladies.